wake up every morning and I'm like, yes, I did it. I woke up. Because that's not a given.
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days and sponsored by New England Federal Credit Union. My name's Ava Solberger.
Today we are in Craftsbury Common.
And we're going to talk to Anne-Marie Keppel about her work as a death doula. We're also going to meet Cecilia Leibovitz and learn about her memorial jewelry.
Well, since people have been being born, they have also been dying. So there have been many death doulas, many people assisting those who are dying throughout time.
It was so important for me to process the fact that the partner I had been with for 17 years had died.
Cecilia lost her partner Michael to cancer last September.
I had this idea, and I still do, that if we take care of ourselves and we eat as well as we can and we exercise, that we'll live longer. I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. Really, anybody can die at any time, and Michael he took pretty good care of himself. It was very unexpected, I think, for a lot of people, that he would get cancer and die.
We're not doing enough talking about death and dying. And when we do, it's very awkward. Some of the most important work that a death doula does is actually be willing to engage in these uncomfortable conversations.
It was kind of a blur, to be honest, and I didn't really have anybody who I could speak to about what was going on.
A death doula is a holistic caregiver that can care for and support the one who's dying, or they can support the family and friends so that they can care for the one who is dying.
Anne-Marie went over and visited Michael, and she made smoothies for him, helped with cleaning, and kept him company. And
I learned an incredible amount just talking to each family or each individual about death.
People want to be helpful and they want to be there for you, but they don't always know how to. She also came when we were at the respite house in Colchester, a hospice where Michael was for the last week of his life. And I was there with my children, and there were a lot of friends and family, and it was kind of, like I said, a blur, just a lot going on, and we could see before our eyes what was happening, but it was very difficult to accept it, even for me, until really the last couple of days before he passed away and before he died.
To be kind and gentle with yourself and with others, because everybody experiences this in such a tremendously different way. Touching the body, spending time with the body, don't be afraid of or ashamed of being curious about what the body looks like. Washing the face, combing the hair, touching the hands, actually have some interaction with your deceased loved one. This is my traveling suitcase that I bring with me when I'm talking to children about death. If they are feeling something and they don't know how to get it out, they can play with this. Maybe they need to stretch their mind, stretch their understanding, stretch their curiosity, stretch their kindness. Cremains are when a body is cremated. This is what remains. There are some other things in here, but they're secret.
I started to receive a lot of messages from people on social media in response to writing that I had done and pieces that I was posting. It was a really good feeling to me to feel like I was making a difference, to see that I was making a difference in people's lives who were going through similar situations. It's interesting. I look back now and I think, wow, look at all this stuff that I poured out. It's kind of like, whoa. The memorial jewelry really felt like a calling to me in that way, that I could connect with people. Started to strongly feel like I wanted to do work that involved helping people with grief and remembering important people and remembering special times in their lives.
So my childhood best friend died this spring. She had 2 little girls that I wanted Cecilia to make more jewelry for.
It is always so special to me when people give me fabrics that mean something to them. Handkerchief that belonged to a grandmother, or a piece of wedding dress fabric. But I love when there's a little something extra, like a button. When I was going through Michael's clothing, it brought so many memories up, and it brought this feeling that he was there, kind of,
Where do you think you feel stuck in your body, if you were to name a place?
Right here.
in your throat. And to push out that feeling that is uncomfortable and release it through the arrow. So it doesn't matter if you ever hit the target or not.
And then just let go of it? Wow.
Good, right?
It was good.
There is no goal. You are simply releasing and letting it happen, which is a lot like what you have to do in the dying process as well. Go back, back, back.
Surprisingly, I could feel a release. I was surprised because I was expecting it wouldn't really go very far.
See, you're more powerful than you think.
That's the thing that bothers me, like not knowing when or how. It's kind of maddening, you know?
The way that I actually have dealt with that is part of being a death doula, part of why I'm a death doula. Because it gives me permission to think about those things on a regular basis, and instead of being afraid of them, I just kind of lean into it. So it's not that I'm like, oh, I'm a death doula and I'm totally comfortable with death. I have used my work working with those who are dying to be therapeutic for myself. And even if my death comes in an unexpected way, that I have my letters written to my children, that I have said I'm sorry to the people I need to say sorry to, hopefully, and that I've told people that I love them.
The Vermont Death and Dying Symposium is in the Northeast Kingdom, September 13th through the 15th, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Sign up for our weekly email alerts. That seems so superficial, though, when you're talking about death and dying. Fact is, you're gonna die, I'm gonna die, we're all gonna die. How we deal with that and how we connect with people around us is something I find fascinating to talk about.
Starlights and dewdrops are waiting for thee.
You don't need a certificate to be a death doula. That this work is work that comes from the heart, and anybody who has actually cared for another individual who is dying or has died is a death doula.